You're into magic? We started?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
it's a present from a friend of mine.
Mm.
I think I don't remember what was it.
Yeah,
for
many
birthday or
girls
something?
here talk. Have you ever heard about uchawi in
No,
Kenya?
what's that?
It's a witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
Yeah, they say that girls with the Kenyan, a man a rich man comes, and a Kenyan woman, she
Mhm.
will use some magical uchawi, some witchcraft, and he'll be addicted to her.
Oh.
Either addicted to her in love or addicted to a pussy or something.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is it like a tribe thing?
No, they say it's Kisi do it, but they say I think everybody does it. I don't know. I believe there's some girls that I believe in that stuff. I think there's some girls that can do that, but it's only few that have that power. But there's some girls that do it, right? I was sitting in a matatu last year going to the Tanzanian border because I had some issues, and I was sitting in the matatu, and one girl, she was plucking out my hair, right? And that's
From the back.
yeah. The sit in matatu, you sit very
Yeah.
close, and she was plucking out my hair. And I was like, Nini, what is this woman doing? And then a Maasai man, he looks at me seriously and said, you should not. Oh, he looks at the girls and says, stop that right now. And he takes them and pushes them away. He takes it very seriously. And I
Oh.
didn't understand. And nobody really spoke that well English in Damatatu. I go read, I go look at it at home. And I find out that's magic, right? Because hair is your essence.
Right.
So they go to a witch doctor and she balls up, Christopher will marry this Kisi girl. Or not Kisi, Lu, anything.
Mm.
So yeah, that's Uchawi.
Wow. So she would make you think about her, dream about her.
I didn't really think about that girl ever.
Or like a universe will bring you both together.
Yeah,
again.
exactly. That's what they do.
Like
They
that.
play with those strings.
Oh.
I do believe in it. Yeah, I know most people don't, but I believe in that stuff. Yeah.
I believe is what you believe is true. That's what I believe. If you don't believe in stuff,
Yeah.
maybe it's not really relevant to your life.
Yeah,
and-
that is true. That is kind of weird because what you believe in, faith can move mountains. That is true. So if you believe you're protected, that's also true.
Yeah.
But the truth is magic does exist out there. Can it touch you? No, I don't know about that. If you believe it can't touch you, it can, right? But it does exist. Like if you go to church, you take Jesus Christ's blood and bread. This is like a ritual.
Yeah.
Right? The wine is blood. That's like a witch. She goes like, this is blood. This is his essence. She mixes around stuff. Like, it's a ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you take like 100 men believe in one thing, that's a powerful thing.
Yeah.
Those being around those people who believe strongly in
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
it's something you can actually experience on yourself, even if
Yeah.
you don't believe it.
Yeah.
So that's a
absolutely.
powerful thing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
But you also meet people that are like you, right? So I'm kind of a weird guy. So I meet weird girls. Okay. That's just how it is. And something I realized later on when I look back, like, damn, that ain't normal, right? That's a fucking, what do you call it? Like, they are like kind of like each other in some ways, the girls I'm with.
Mhm. I remember when I first time saw you
Yeah.
in TikTok, you were dating this girl, and
you
were,
have seen me for a while, huh?
you were I don't know. That was accidentally. Like I didn't know to be honest, I'm not very into media, social media.
Yeah.
But
That's like a year
once in a
ago.
while, yeah. Because I downloaded TikTok, I was dating this girl, and she was like, "Why don't you post anything?" I'm like, "Okay." So I remember I shot a funny video on the street when we were driving back from work.
Yeah.
I saw this guy on the bike carrying like a huge load of
Yeah.
those
That's so
bottles.
crazy.
And it was so. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
So and also there was a nice music playing on the radio, so I just shot that guy driving. And that video like took some few thousands of views.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, I'm gonna be famous now.
Yeah. It's easy to get views when you're white in Kenya.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I just shot that guy driving those things.
Yeah.
And and I think that's those days I saw you,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, you were like shooting like a lot of videos, and also you were talking to this girl, which was your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And she was.
Do you think she looked good or?
Well, she looked so like she was not comfortable at all.
In the videos?
Yes,
Maybe
She
not.
was always like
Yeah,
You know?
probably. But
Yeah.
she's quite charming, right? But
I don't remember, to be honest, her, but I remember
Yeah.
that feeling you were doing this, and I was like, okay, maybe that's just a business idea of yours, like to like show how you date a girl,
No, I was actually at that time, I don't know, I was just thinking about becoming famous, right? I wanted to earn money on it, but there's not much money in that. But I just posted, like, you post different things and one works. So you go down that path,
Yeah.
and it's all about relationships and love. And then they like when a Wazungo, a white man, tries their stuff, right? So at that time, yeah, we were a famous couple, but I wouldn't recommend it because, like, it's not, but it's not. There's a spiritual problem with it. Like, if you have millions of people seeing your face, having a reaction to you, they have cords to you in the spirit, right? They're all connected to you. Like, if I see a picture of you and I laugh and I have an emotion, like, there's some kind of spiritual connection that goes on. Now, like, I made a video last year that had I think all of Kenyan's youth saw it everywhere. I was recognized everywhere. And I felt like shit. And I think it was because so many people were watching me. Like, I was affected by that. I don't know if I'm sensitive, but I believe if fame is never... You look at famous people, they ain't doing well.
I think they are very reserved in this thing, and so especially in social media, they have a very strict rules.
Yeah.
Because like look at all Hollywood stars, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Most of them they don't run their own thing.
Yeah, of course
right?
not. Yeah.
And they actually stay away, and they have probably on some level they have those people who can handle that pressure for them, you know, like to make those photos, to do those things, so they don't really bothered by.
Yeah, but I still think their life is terrible. I think famous people are like an empty vessel. They look super good on the outside. Everything is perfect. I've even touched it a little bit, but inside you're just empty.
Well, I think you are pretty famous too.
Not anymore. I'm trying. I'm going down, but you know, some of the videos go up. But yeah, last year was pretty much a lot. Yeah.
Well, I think you're very catchy. It's just like you ride the wave. Sometimes you know you catch it because I tried surfing, you know, so it's difficult, you know.
Have you been surfing?
I tried.
Yeah, I've been surfing a while. It's a wonderful sport.
Yeah, where?
Yeah,
on the coast here.
No, an island.
Island.
Yeah, I used to surf when I was young because I behaved so badly in school. So my mother would send me to camps. But what she didn't know was it was camps for, like, you know, all the badly behaved kids from, like, Kidogo, like a little rich, maybe wealthy families, got sent to the same place. It was stupid. So it was just like the worst kids from Spain, everywhere. We had like so much fun. I remember we were throwing like cupcakes after a fat girl and stuff. We were having so much fun. And we were surfing also. But we went there to get disciplined, but we didn't get disciplined.
But it's pretty cold in Ireland.
It's cold, yeah. You'll wear a wetsuit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll wear a wetsuit, yeah.
So you know how to do it?
Yeah, I can surf. I've been surfing in my youth, yeah.
Wow.
I've surfed a lot.
And you're good in swimming?
Yeah, I'm a very good swimmer. My mother would always say, Christopher, he's like a fish. He swims in the ocean very well. I'm a good swimmer, yeah.
I've seen you also. Yeah, I've seen you. You like hanging out around the pools and.
Yeah, I like water and fire.
Oh yeah, you were swimming in this river. It was like.
They told me not to swim there. The Kisi were like, "Don't swim in that river. You won't come out back." But I went like a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
It's not that dangerous, but there's, you know, you should be careful.
But yes, of course, exactly. That's the thing. Of course, you need to be like brave, but at the same time, you don't need to be stupid, right? So
yeah, of course. Only do if the locals do. Like, if anybody's listening out there, only swim somewhere if the locals are swimming there. Yeah, else is a bad idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
You said you traveled the world.
I've traveled many places, yes.
Before you, so you like moved to Kenya now, finally.
Yeah, now I've moved to Kenya permanently. Yeah.
Permanently, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm living here forever now, but I've been traveling, not the world, but I've traveled throughout South America. There's many countries there. And I've traveled throughout India a lot. And India's a big country. Yeah.
It's huge. I think it's now the number one, right?
Yeah.
In population.
Yeah, it's like a crazy country. India was the country that made me come to Kenya. Because in India, I met a Tahitian girl that was black. And I was like, whoa. Tahitian.
What's that?
It's a tribe. It's a Kenyan tribe, one of the tribes.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she was Tahitian, and she told me stories. I remember in her bed, she actually introduced me to God. But in her bed, she would tell me stories about her village and stuff, and I would be so fascinated. Africa. So I went here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were just like this. Okay.
Yeah, I went to Africa, and I went to Kenya, and I loved it. I love Kenya.
Kenya is your first African country.
Yeah.
Mine too, by the way, yeah.
But it's very similar. You go to Uganda, Tanzania, it's the same. Matatu.
You've been there?
No, I have
Uganda.
not.
No.
But you go the same Matatu, same thing, you know.
You know this French guy who drives on the bike?
I've heard about it.
Through all Africa.
I know him. Yes, I've watched his videos.
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous even.
Some videos are so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to do that. Like I have one girl told me, I was talking to a girl a couple days ago, and she told me, she asked me what my dreams was. No, she told me, why haven't you gone to Namibia? I've known her for a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
And I had this dream of going to Namibia and live with the Himba tribe of northern Namibia. So this was my plan before Kenya.
It's a desert.
Yeah, I was planning, and with all seriousness, you can ask my family, I was planning to go live with a tribe that they live in mud huts way out in the desert with cows. And I wanted to go live there because I didn't like modern society. And I was sitting in sauna every day planning for the heat and shit like that. Can I curse in this podcast?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, fine. But that was my plan, but I've never done that. That's one mission I need to do before I die. But I have a long time anyway, I'm young. How old are you?
32.
32.
Yeah. You?
Yeah, 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And you managed really to travel that many, a lot of countries.
Yeah, but
Wow.
yeah, the African sun will age you fast.
Yeah. Namibia, I also I wanted to go there because so many movies. You know, one of those like movies, they have a very interesting shots. And they were made in Namibia in those like orange deserts with those like naked trees, no leaves, and they look so like creepy.
Yeah.
But same time,
Have you ever had like an obsession?
Obsession.
Yeah, with something.
Yeah, of course.
You've had an obsession with what?
Music.
You are obsessed.
Oh yeah, man.
You know the feeling in your heart that you literally die for it, kind of.
Yes.
That's how I was with the Himba tribe. Like I was thinking about it.
What do you mean?
So the Himba tribe is a tribe. They're nomadic pastors. They live way out in the desert. There's no people. They have red hair and they walk around. And I believe that's the happiest place on earth. That's like, for me, it's the Garden of Eden, I think, those people. Because technology, you see the Apple logo is like the bite from the apple, right? It symbolizes technology,
Yeah.
So people that has not evolved, which we look down on, are the people that are still in the Garden of Eden, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go there.
You know, what also affected me a lot in the same category, I would say.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of paint Gauguin?
Gauguin.
Yes.
A painter.
Painter, yeah. He's like he's one of the most.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know how to pronounce his name very well again, but there was a video I watched when I was still maybe in school or in uni, right? And I was 20 or some.
Yeah.
So I watched it, and because he lived in Paris, and he had like a they lived a very good life.
Yeah.
With his wife, but he hated that.
He hated that normal life.
Yeah. He hated. He despised the people in Paris. The all those like fancy white faces and and those people who were like pretending to be smart and stuff.
Yeah.
And no one really know nothing about life.
Yeah.
So he himself went to Tahiti. To the small island, French Polynesia, right? To the very small island in the Pacific, right?
Yeah.
So that's where he met those local girls.
Yeah.
And and he started painting. He has like a very famous painting. It's called Yellow Christ, and he has like a Tahitian girl. So they all walk naked.
Yeah.
And he was so fascinated by that style of life.
Yeah.
So he was inspired, and he was basically working and living there, enjoying life, and sending all those pictures to his wife to Paris. And wife would tell him, "Your paintings are not good. They worth no money."
Classical wife.
Instead, she was selling them for very, very expensive. So she was making a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he was like, basically, he didn't have money for food, but he didn't want to go back. So he actually eventually died there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can imagine those people.
I was so inspired by this guy, and also by this idea, and they comparing him to like made him like a so spiritual thing about life and how he decided to live his life.
Yeah.
He had this many famous quote of how painter has a freedom to paint. He says, "If I see a sky purple, then it's purple." So and I have a right to make it purple.
Yeah,
If I want to
however I
paint,
see.
yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you think it is.
Yeah.
I'm a painter, so it's my privilege to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Painting is very powerful. Like I drew some stuff, like some traumas I had, and that stuff looks scary. You just draw. you don't even think about it, right?
Mhm.
And even if you can't draw, you're gonna draw something, and you're gonna kind of recognize it, something you don't like about yourself, which is interesting. But yes, the people and tribes, they are, that's one of the few places on Earth where everybody's wise. Like everybody is walking in spirit. I believe that they are, they are so high in light and spirit that if you're like a really toxic American or something coming there, you won't even see them. And I know that's impossible to understand, but you won't. Like they will be walking, they will be so high in spirit, you won't even see them. Yeah, that's what they say about the pygmies in Congo. They have, this is a thing I saw at different places. The pygmies is a tribe in Congo, and they have also the Orthodox monks in Mount Ethos. They say the same thing about these two groups. They say that you can't see them. So some people that are so spiritual, you can only see them if they want to be seen. Like in Mount Athos, they live in caves, these monks, right? Orthodox monks, and they just pray all day. And they're said to be so high in Christ and light and spirit that you won't meet them. You won't see them if they don't allow you. And it's the same with, it's said about like tribes. Yeah. So I believe that's two different paths, way different paths up to.
Well, it's similar what they say, like to those people who meditate for years and they don't even eat.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
and stay alive for years. They can just meditate. And
I don't know if I believe that, but I believe many things. But maybe I'll still do that one day. Like if life doesn't go well here, I'm going to a tribe.
You know how Jesus was also in the cave and was tested by a devil, right?
Yeah, in the desert.
Before. Yeah. Also, he wasn't like eating or anything. I think, right?
Oh yeah, for 40 days, right?
For 40 days, yeah. So he was like the Holy Spirit, right?
Yeah, I was my girl I'm with now. She said we should go to like a mountain and not eat for 3 days, like not eat for 3 days, like fast for 3 days and talk to God and stuff.
Oh,
yeah, and I thought it was a good idea. I think have you ever tried fasting?
Oh, yeah.
Like not eating for days.
Not eating at all.
Yeah.
For a few days. Maybe just by accident, like.
Yeah, the same with me by accident. Like in Guatemala, I lost all my money and my credit card and everything, and I had like 5 days until my flight went. So I just didn't eat, and then I went under my bed and I found a little small coins, and I had like 14 cuatzales, which is enough for plátanos, a big banana. I was so hungry, I weighed like all 40 bananas, and the biggest one weighed like 1.6 kg, like a huge plátano banana. Wow. I ate it and I was full for like 3 days. And then I went home. So there I didn't eat for like 6 days. I remember feeling great. I was in the airport. The only thing you need is water, and I couldn't drink from the taps there. So I was like waiting for people going out of McDonald's. I saw a woman throw her cup in the dustbin. I went to take the cup, and I went up and I got a refill, and that water was really nice. And I didn't eat for 6 days or something. Maybe 5-6 days. Yeah.
I heard the fasting can cure a lot of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
I think it's the best thing you can do.
What they call intermittent
fasting.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you like, let's say you can eat during maybe 6 hours and then the rest you just don't eat.
But you've been traveling quite many places, right? Yeah. So I would recommend you fast or like do a parasite cleanse.
Yeah.
Right? I had like problems with that like 2 years ago because I'd been traveling so much. Like especially in Kenya, the best
but
thing.
But you still look pretty fit, I would say.
Yeah, I'm pretty fit. But at that time, when I was here last year, I was so sick I couldn't even walk without being out of breath. Like my stomach was just dying all the time. Yeah, and I don't know exactly why. Now I had different issues, different places, but I was very, very sick. Yeah, I was very sick. But I should have been worried because I was dying. I was kind of dying, but I'm fine now. I cleansed out my gut. I did some fasting. Parasite cleanse, used herbs, did some prayers, and then I was good again.
Nice.
Yeah.
You played some sports?
I've done. In my country, we do a lot of arm wrestling. You know this sport where we take
of course.
like this?
I'm not sure if I'm still good.
You're pretty strong at it. I can feel you're strong. Go. You are strong. Oh my God. You can beat many Kenyans. You got a strong hand.
But it's pretty tiny, right?
Yeah, but
the
it's
wrists.
it's all about
grip.
arm wrestling is all. No, it's not grip. Is about the thumb strength to rotate.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And here, yeah.
And then it's cup, and then this strength is super important to rise like this. You see, if I grab your hand, if I'm really strong at this, it's easy.
You're making me weak. You're making me like give up my.
Yeah, it's all angles. It's a great
yeah.
sport. Like I love that sport because it's competitive. Like I like fighting, but if you fight and box and stuff, you're gonna like when you're 40, you're gonna be like you can't even speak, right?
Yeah.
But in arm wrestling, it's competitive and it's like you're on, right? But you don't get hurt. You're not hurting each other, so it's perfect.
Yeah, we've been doing this when we were kids.
Fighting.
No, I mean
arm wrestling.
The arm wrestling, yeah. With my dad always.
He had
used to do
did
this a
your
lot.
father had a bigger hand than you?
Oh yeah.
My father also.
Cute.
Yeah, my father also has a bigger hand. It pisses me off. Yeah, like
my
why?
dad has a huge hand.
Yeah, I
much
guess
bigger.
because he worked at the field and stuff.
Yes, exactly.
That gives you a huge hand.
Yes.
Like I was out in Kisi, they have big hands there, but I still beat all of them. But they are strong. Yeah, because when you work like hold a thing like that, dig the earth.
Okay.
It makes your hands big and strong.
Your girlfriend is from Kisi. That's why you travel there. No.
Oh, my girlfriend is
Oh,
Kikuyu.
you just
I was just there with a friend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my girlfriend is Kikuyu. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she's what they say in Kikuyu, "Mwire tu mutaka."
What's that?
That means beautiful woman.
Mm.
Yeah, so she's a Mwire tu mutaka. Yeah, but I'm not gonna say her name. I keep my life private. For the first time in my life, I keep this stuff private. Yeah, that's best.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing.
I've seen you walking in many areas.
Yeah.
For me personally, because of also the job.
Yeah.
We have many like let's say depots around Nairobi, or also outside.
You have to travel around places.
Yeah, I used to. I used to travel like a lot, like to almost all places, everywhere.
Yeah.
Like let's say those places like that side of Embakasi, side of Eastleigh, side of Dandora.
Yeah. Nice.
Right? Yes.
Then you've seen everywhere, right? Most people that live here or in Kilumani, they never go out here. And they don't even even Kenyans, they don't even see like a kibandaski, or they have never eaten a smoky or like an egg, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, for 30 bob you can get a very nice egg with tomatoes inside. Tastes very good. Yeah. That's what I got here before I came.
Nice.
Yeah.
Me too. I like that some places I remember we used to go to Thika and Juja, you know.
Yeah. That's where I live in that area.
Yeah. I like that. That's also that's I feel like it's also like a spiritual place a little.
Yeah.
I heard there is a university.
There's a lot of students.
Yes, university.
A lot of sex. That's what I hear. That's what people tell me. Like they just say, Thika is all students here. You can find good girls, bad girls, but there's lots of big booty action going on. That's what they say. So, but anyway, you've been living here for how long?
3 years now.
Yeah, 3 years. And you've been dating Kenyan women or black women. Have you dated only once since you came?
No.
You've had several.
I have now my my girl.
Yeah, girl now. Okay, that's good. And so, what is your experience like with dating Kenyan women? Have you dated like other than Somali, if I may ask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, you can cut. I don't know. Don't also talk about it if you don't want. I was just curious. I was actually curious.
So for me, let me tell you
what
this.
your experience is.
Yeah. I first time I dated African girl was in China.
Yeah. It's the same story like mine. Mine first was in India.
India, right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You told me. Yeah.
Yeah, but tell me about that. So
so that's how I get to know she was from Ethiopia, right? Yeah, I met so many guys and people, just like students from Africa, not from Kenya though, from Congo, from Ethiopia, from Uganda, Rwanda.
In China, I heard that in China they are quite like, because when I was in India, they were very racist against my girlfriend. That was just my experience.
Let me tell you, that's just a culture thing.
But I don't even...
It's not a racist thing.
I don't even mind. I don't even think like racist is a bad thing necessarily. But I just remember with my girlfriend Frida, who was a black girl from Tahiti, we would go into an Uber. She would go in first and he would be like, I don't know if I can curse, but he said, "Get the fuck out, nigga." And then I come in and he says, "Sorry, sir, GG, the hanjabar." And so I was like, damn. Yeah, but that's Botswana. I heard good things about Botswana also.
Yes. So she's from Botswana, but first time I saw her, it was in China, and then I was in Kenya, and then I realized, wow. But she's also from Africa. Let me maybe try to understand, try to get, ask my friend if she remembers that girl when we were there, and so he actually remembered, and we found her.
You found her in Botswana.
I was here, but I found her Instagram, so we were chatting, and then we eventually met.
Where? Like
here in Kenya.
Oh, she was in Kenya.
Yeah, we traveled basically. Yeah,
she came all the way to Kenya to see you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, well that's interesting.
Yeah.
You're still together
there
with
was
her?
there was a love story.
Yeah. Is that the girl you're with now?
No.
Okay, fine. No, but I understand. No,
it's cute.
But there's a lot of things nice. Like for me, like the girls I've met, like I know most people hate their exes. Like most people, I hate my ex. I don't really hate any of them. Like when I look back at my life, I don't hate them, even though I've been through some bad stuff. Trust me. Yeah. I don't know. It's just who I am. God gave me the ability to forgive or something. But for me, like I still love all of my exes, but like not in like a needy way. I don't need them. Even if they're with another man, I'm happy.
I get it.
But I still love them.
It's like
I wish them the best. I really do.
It's like something happens, you are willing to actually go get there and help and whatever.
Yeah, something spiritual there. Like I remember Frida from I know she's got married to like an Indian guy now, but that girl, she was living a tough life in India, but she was just I liked her. I like all of them when I look back. I think they're good.
Yeah, for me, I also realized I used to do the same as you said. Like when you have once you've maybe the things are not working out for you, you just switch from love to hatred. Switch like from one side to a totally different side.
Yeah,
and
it's
you, like,
crazy what love can do.
Me too. I couldn't bear that maybe because I was like insecure and I would just block and try to forget and stuff.
Yeah, it's a hard thing letting go. Like that is a weird thing.
Oh, Jesus.
For me, the thing that fucks most with my mind, this is quite blunt, is like if I like a woman and I've never experienced that, but when I break up with her, the idea of other men being with her makes me go completely insanely berserk. Like I just can't accept that. Like I just won't. I'll go over there if he comes there. I'll go over even when I'm broken up with her and just stop it. Like that's a crazy thing, man. That fucks with the mind, But
it's your ego, you want to protect your ego.
Yeah, but I feel like there's more in it. For me, let's say I'm with a woman for a year, we bond, our souls are connected. So when a man is fucking with her, he's fucking with my soul, and I believe I can feel it, even though I know nothing. And this is true. Even though I know nothing, I'll sit in my bed and I'll feel anxiety, and that's because there's a man fucking my soul. And I believe this is 100% true.
Soul or soulmate?
Yeah, soul. Like the soul, we are on soul level connected. We have so many experiences, laughs, sex, emotions, pains, arguments. We have so many things together. It's like a brother even, right? If something happens to my brother, I think I would feel it. Yeah. In the ether. In the magical, spiritual realm. Right.
Yeah.
But you gotta be careful with like girls. Like my experiences in my life, even in Denmark, like you can have the most innocent looking. Imagine a little innocent girl here with big eyes and just so innocent, even shy, can't even talk. But if you have some, like if you reject her and she loves you or something, you'll see a devil come out. Like I believe in love, women are harsher than men when they come to breakups with revenge and so on. You can turn, love can turn the most innocent woman into a demon.
I remember this lady back at work. She used to tell me like, "Oh yeah, be careful." She's like, and then I'm hearing this news like, "Oh, there was a girl." Oh no, I just remembered. I used to live in Kilashua on the other side.
Yes.
And one time I woke up because of scream. I was thinking some people are dying. It was just scream. I was like, someone is just inside my house, but it was outside. I lived on 11th floor, and this girl, she was like punching the gate to the compound.
To your compound.
And she was like, and screaming. I was like, someone is killing her on the street. So I woke up, I was terrified. You know, I was actually, my heart was like this.
Yes, I understand that.
Yes. And then I felt like she, you know, that scream was like you know, there is a scream, but there's a scream that they give you a signal of a bad, like dying.
Yes, I understand. The
bad way.
A scream will speak a lot of words.
Yeah, the screams that speak is about a bad thing. You know? Oh my God. But then, so I went down and Sigurd said, oh, just girl broke up with her man.
Oh, yeah. I was in Rio a couple days ago, and there was a guy throwing out his woman from the apartment, and she was screaming and crying, and he was throwing her stuff out. People were just standing laughing. It's crazy. Yeah, it was.
Wow.
That was absolutely crazy. But if I have any advice for like people out there that are white and dating, understand that if you plan to break up with a woman or something, or there's gonna be a breakup, you gotta understand, like, now I'm going into a period that is warlike. Because if you break up with a woman,
warlike,
it is warlike. I believe so. You got to be prepared for that. Like, because I would never recommend breaking up, right? But let's say you have a relationship that is ending. She has cheated. Something has happened, right? And you go into it. Doesn't matter how innocent your woman is. You gotta be like, hide your passport so she doesn't take it. Make sure she doesn't like have pictures of you naked. Make sure she doesn't. No, make sure even some few days up to the breakup, and she knows it's gonna happen. She will find out your passcodes. She will maybe SMSs like accuse you for rape.
Don't put ideas in my girlfriend's head.
No.
Because she looks.
Maybe I'm giving girls out there ideas.
She looks innocent, you know.
Yeah.
But after this.
Yeah, that's the number one. Like, okay, I'll give advice to the Kenyan women also. Like, if you want a man, you gotta act innocent. This is the way you trick men. Innocence. You know, a guy, you're like, I don't know what the Snapchat is type of thing. Yes, what is a car? You know, you gotta be stupid, you know, and innocent, and like you've never seen anything. You don't even know what, you know, sex is. I'm exaggerating, right? But I meet some women and I tell them I've traveled, and they will be telling me like, oh, I went here, and they're just lying or something. But men don't even like a woman that has lots of experience. We like a woman that we can show the world, right? That's what I like, at least. I like a young girl a young woman that like is innocent and hasn't seen stuff. There's a reason a scar looks good on a man, not a woman, right? So I like that purity, you know.
Nice.
Even virgin is a great thing, but you don't find that nowadays. Virgins, you know what? A virgin. Yeah.
I know.
In the old days, everybody got a virgin.
It was so long ago.
In the old days, everybody just got a virgin, like, you know.
Yeah. That was the thing, right?
People say the Middle Ages were bad and dark. Again, I don't believe that. Everybody got a virgin, Christian, warriors, fighting. You know, when you work the shamba in my country in the old days, only half the year you have to work, right? You plant the crops and so on.
Yeah.
Lots of free time, virgin wife. Great traditions, feminine women, masculine men. I think the dark ages were the good ages. And you know what they call the enlightenment? The time where we stopped believing in God, right? My teacher was telling me, Christopher, when we found the science and we stopped believing in Jesus Christ, that's the enlightenment with light. And the dark ages were when we didn't believe in Christ. So that's why I believe school is just brainwashing.
What? Well, I have a different opinion.
Yeah, let me hear.
Do you watch animation?
I do watch. I've watched Berserk.
Berserk. Oh, Jesus! Wow.
That one spoke to my heart.
Wow. Berserk was one of the first one I watched, and I couldn't get back to normal for a few weeks after.
Yeah. That actually freaked me out. And I don't get easily freaked out. I've been close to death before.
I was almost like vomiting after I watched that.
Yeah.
But it was so big to me. Yeah.
And I started thinking, like, because Griffith is like my ego. You know, I think Griffith is like my ego.
Cursed.
Yeah, but Griffith is like, he has this dream, right?
Right.
I feel like all the characters like inside of me. So Berserk is like my true soul. He's not perfect, but he's like honest with who he is. And then there's Griffith, which is the ego, like all perfect and rejects all other parts of yourself. And I just saw that inner dynamic. But I was afraid. I thought seeing Berserk was like a warning for me from God. Mm-hmm. Like that I had got to be, you know, I don't know, look at myself, or else maybe I'll end like that. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh man, there is this
You mean
love
like some
story.
people-
Love story of guns, right?
of guns.
And that girl, right? That's a sad love
Yeah,
story
yeah,
because
Guts. Yes.
guts and
And that woman, that, yeah, yeah.
which is a very sad. I remember.
Yeah, and what we talked about with like a man having sex with your woman in the very end scene, Berserk is taken, you know, and and Griffith is raping his woman in front of him. He goes so crazy, he takes his sword, cuts off his own arm, and goes over and attacks him. You know, that's the very
Yes.
end scene, and then they just end. They're just in hell there. Griffith sold them off.
I
to
understand
the devil.
when now your reference about the soul, yeah, because
Yeah.
because that's exactly what it is, yeah.
Yeah, I
That-
think,
when
yeah.
when I saw that, that's what I felt like, and I remember I was like thinking, oh my god, this is so painful.
Yeah, yeah. So what else? You watched other cartoons?
About Dark Ages, right? There is animation. It's called Orb. Orb on the movement of the Earth. And it's just beautiful. The most, it's very simple. There's no like let me say, outstanding graphic design or
Yeah, yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But it's pretty stylish, I would say. But it's classical. But it's on Netflix, and it's about what you call what you say like Dark Ages, and it's actually about a church. Revolves around people that are connected to church and
Yeah.
in this society in I think a century, even maybe 15 or
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's telling a
when
story,
people
right?
believed that the earth is where that everything revolves around the earth.
Yeah.
And there was this model, what they call there was a heliocentrism, right? Heliocentrism is
Yeah. I think I know that.
right. So when people believe that everything revolves around the sun, and then the people believe that everything revolves around the earth.
Yeah.
So that time people still believe that the earth is like in here, and all the universe is just around the earth.
Yeah.
So based on that belief, they would chase people and kill people because people tried to actually understand more about universe.
Yeah. They
And-
would often kill witches.
and
in
they would
those
say
days.
like you go against the god because the earth is full of sin, and
Yeah.
what's there is it's God, and you should not intervene with and don't trust and stuff. So
Yeah.
so I think that's my thing about Dark Ages, that back in the day people didn't know that much, and
Yeah, that's a good
sometimes
point.
that
Like witch hunts.
miscommunication or
Yeah.
misunderstanding they led them to a lot of killing and dying.
Yeah, but that's what we hear. But I think, if we could talk to a guy from the 15th century, maybe I think, it's hard to know what happened
Exactly,
500
yeah,
years ago,
true.
right? But it's still, witch hunts still happen here. Like in Kisi, if I accuse you of being a witch, you can go to the police. Like accusing a person of being a witch is illegal.
For real.
Without, document, because there's been so many issues. Because so many people, like, witches, you can't see the thief, oh, he took my stuff,
Yeah.
right? Witchcraft, you can't see that stuff. It'll make people paranoid.
For real, like a man can accuse a woman being a witch, and
Yes.
police can come to her house
Yes,
and like
because they have been. I'm not going to speak too much on it, but yes,
Right.
that's illegal. That is 100% illegal. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's some crazy stuff. I also watched. I didn't really watch Naruto, but I saw one scene. I don't know if you ever watched Naruto.
I watched Naruto first time a few years ago. But I never watched it when I was a kid. I thought it's like a stupid thing.
Yeah, but there's
But
one
I watched
scene
it, yeah.
where Pain and him are fighting,
Yeah.
and what brings out the demon in Naruto or the Nine Tails
Yeah.
is that Pain kills or hurts his girl, which is a straight analogy to Berserk, right? It's
Yeah.
when somebody fucks with your inner woman. That's why if a man gets cheated on, the man won't even violate his woman and raping her. He's like stripping away her innocence, which
Right.
ties back to what I was telling the Kenyan girls, right? Innocence is what we men love, a pure, innocent, feminine woman. So if you fuck with a man's woman, he will go crazy. Maybe.
Yeah, for me, the other side of coin about innocence is that also, when you, let's say, someone gets to experience you, but if she didn't have anything to like before you, she might think, okay, this is normal, right? Or this is basic, but then in comparison, maybe
Yeah.
you are actually doing you are here.
Yeah.
But for her, like, you're just basic.
Yes.
I think that's the one thing that people can't appreciate if they don't have that experience.
Yeah.
So of course you can appreciate it if you have a good family and family values, and
Yeah.
your parents they made a lot of effort to
Yeah.
make you
Yeah, it's best
a
to talk
decent
to the
person.
parents of a girl, but usually, like, I don't want to deal with a girl that is older and has all kinds of problems because she's screaming because of an issue she had with her ex-boyfriend. Like,
Right.
I'm taking her scars and I have to deal with the problems other men have put inside of her. That's why I think it's best, and I think universally, men have always been dating pure woman, like 18, 19, 20, a young woman, right? So, a woman that had, yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Femininity is preserved, masculinity is built. So femininity can be lost. Like if she's had 5 breakups, that's 5. I think it's hard. I'm a man, right? That stuff hurts. I still get a twitch sometimes if I think about it.
It is.
And if a woman, I think it's much worse. I think they get hurt more. I think they take that. I think it's deep. Like imagine you're a woman. Like if a woman really loves a guy, she will watch the same stuff, think the same thoughts, everything. That's his son. That's her son, right? She's be following you, right? And you reject her. It's like a father rejecting his child. It's bad. So they will go mad for that. So get everybody out there, get a young girl that is innocent.
Well, whatever we believe in, eventually what happens in our life,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just totally different thing.
Yeah, you can
And,
never
and,
really...
and also appreciate
figure-
that.
Mm.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I date my girlfriend now is like 26. Yeah.
She's the same age as you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
1 year older, actually.
Yeah, and my girl is 20.
Yeah.
And we have a different opinion, you see.
Yeah.
And like I'm sharing
Yeah.
you're sharing mine, and I'm
Exactly, but that's a great point. Like you plan out in life, but God, He really makes
Right.
your ways, right? So, but I was also dating another girl that was transy, right? So, yeah. So it's just, but they look so young anyway. Like Kikuyu girl's 26, she looks 19, 20. Also, you Ukrainians, you look quite young for your age, also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's also thoughts that I have in my head.
Oh, it's a belief.
Yeah, no. It's like I don't like hard, go into hard feelings. Like
Yeah.
I mean, to exhaust myself in with either alcohol or any other things.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I don't drink.
Mm.
Of course, I like party. I used
Yeah,
to
yeah.
try DJing and stuff before, so I like this kind of. I like.
My friend is a DJ.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, I think it's whatever you believe in, how you experience life. For me, I'm in this deep down. I believe I'm pure in a way that I don't really take some things. What do you call? I don't
Substances.
No. I don't keep like bad things in my inside of me. You know, like a.
Do you mean emotions?
Grudge, yeah, emotions.
Yeah, grudges.
On someone and
You gotta forgive, like else
Exactly.
This life, if you can't forgive, you're gonna be walking around double your own weight in spirit, right? Gonna be heavy. Opposite
Exactly.
of what I said about those tribes
and
there.
everything what's inside, then it would be outside. you know.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Right.
100%. You can kind of even see people's energy in there. Like,
Right.
I read people's numerology and stuff. Like, when were you born?
93,
And what date? The date?
11.
The 11.
February.
Well, that's very funny because 11 is the greatest number for any person that's going to do a podcast, right? So numerology 11s
Oh, okay.
are charming and good at speaking to people, and they're likable, but deep down they are insecure and they doubt themselves a lot.
You understand these things?
Yes, I understand these things. You see,
you want
when
to make me cry.
yeah, but you have 11 is an emotional number,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also a number of duality, right? There's 2 ones, right? And they are split from each other. So, but it's Joe Rogan is born on the 11th. Bald and Bankrupt, I don't know if you know that YouTuber. Bald and Bankrupt, he's the 11th. Like 11 life paths are super charming. You have a perfect job. This is podcast. Of course, you're being a podcaster when you're born the 11th. But I can explain numerology super fast. Like the day you were born, the moon affects people. For
Of course.
example, the lunatic, right?
Moon affects all water on the planet.
Exactly.
Of course it affects
but
people, right?
There's many other planets and they also affect you.
Right.
So just like the moon affects you, all the planets affect you. So the day you were born, you said 1993, February 11th, you came out of your mother, right? The stars were in an exact position geographically from where you were born. And all the energy went straight into you. And with this, you can like predict people's life and stuff. This is like astrology, but not the bullshit astrology women do.
Yeah.
Real Vedic astrology. That's occult stuff anyway. But 11 is a perfect number for you, brother. Is the podcast number?
I think I accepted myself in this way. When I was a kid, I was very insecure about my things, like my name, my numbers, my whatever.
Yeah.
But then I think because of my friends, they like shifted and changed my life. I actually became proud of what I am.
Yeah, you're quite likable, right? Like your friends liked you, you know? You're popular. 11s are often quite popular. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were
I'm
born?
born the 25th. Which is,
25th.
Yeah, so 2 + 5 is 7. 7 is the number of the Holy Spirit.
Right.
So I'm like a person of spirit.
You're also light.
Yes, but I also have 5, and 5 is the number of you have 5 fingers, 5 senses. So 5 is the number of like bodily energy, high sex drive, and bad stuff. So I have like an angel and a demon in me, in my number. So I'm like a crazy guy. Yeah, 5 is the number of sex.
Alpha male.
Yeah, you can say that, but I don't know. I just like my father is an alpha male, right? But I think you can just anybody. Doesn't matter who you are. You should just do what you like to do in life, right? You should just walk your own way. That's an alpha male in my sense, But yeah, I can come off as dominant sometimes, but I'm quite like I also have deep waters.
Yeah, of course.
Predator sponsor me. I want to be sponsored by Predator, man. That would be beautiful. That would be great. Pay me 100K, I'll make a video. They've never reached out. It's not a Kenyan company.
Next time we talk again, I'll be already rich. So, man, we'll make more money.
Perfect. Then you can sponsor me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
That's funny you're born the 11th. You should look up on
and
the
that's funny. You actually know some. You know these numbers.
Yeah, I really know them.
Because you were like shooting like this.
Yes.
You understand.
That's just the day you were born. Like if we calculate all of it together, February, what month is that?
Yeah,
that's
2.
This second, right? Which is more 11. Like 1 + that's like. So you really don't like conflict then? Or maybe you have a problem with it.
I used to run from that.
Yeah, you can
but
learn.
Because of my job, I actually got to what they say. This word, embrace.
Yeah, you embrace it. Yeah, but sometimes that's what I talk to my brother. He's born the 2002 February the 2nd. So his birth date is basically 22222, right? So for him, but if you sometimes don't find conflict, the conflict will find you. Like often I have very little conflict because I even seek it out. Just by my nature. Like you gotta, but everybody knows that, but
Yeah, me and my girl, we fought a few days ago. So bad. And I think on one side I was also looking for that conflict,
Yeah. People that cannot, if they don't speak when they get angry, they will build up anger, right? So it's best to just, and then it will come out in a bad way, right? So, but it's difficult, everybody has their soul, right? I don't think I just do what I do, right? With my energy, but yeah, that's what you can use. Like confrontations are not that bad. Maybe they are for other people. I don't know. I used to be, yeah.
Are you like Are you like to confront?
I don't
people?
really like to confront, but I've had many weird periods in my life because I had different beliefs. I had a period in my life where I believed everything was power, and I was kind of in an evil period. But I generally believed, at that time I didn't believe in God, I just believed every interaction, every relationship is just value, it's transactional and stuff like that. And then I found out that was a complete lie from the devil, right? But at that time I would confront people, confront teachers. I was a bad guy, like I manipulated people. I wrote down stuff of my friends and stuff like that. And this wasn't even my nature. Like at that time, the teachers were also giving me amphetamines for ADHD type of stuff. But ADHD is complete bullshit. They were just trying to lock me in, right? Like make me something I wasn't. So, but yeah, amphetamines will make you evil. Like stimulants or any type of drug, it will make like if you plan manipulation while on amphetamines, you'll be evil. But
amphetamine, you mean like a drugs?
Yeah, like Ritalin, like they give ADHD medication.
Oh yeah,
it's an amphetamine.
Okay.
Like Adderall and Ritalin, they give you that every day. Like young children, it's terrible.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I guess it's a normal thing in some countries in Europe because in Ukraine, it's not yet that.
In Western countries, they just give it all the time. They give it to all the greatest souls, all the warriors. the creative people, all of them, they get it. Because, you can't follow school. You can't do as the teacher says. You can't repeat. You actually think yourself. You're either critical or you're creative. And then they're like, well, you're great or bad, and this is how we evaluate your soul. So therefore, we're going to give you an amphetamine so you can be so ambitious that you can do something you don't love. That's basically what it is.
To force you.
Yes, that stuff. I was studying.
buy.
Like, never studied. I was studying all the time. I got high grades suddenly. But I didn't use it for anything. It was just a lie. Like, for me, education is a bad thing. I really believe everything I learned was in the schoolyard, playing with other kids.
Mhm.
You know, there I learned about love, about anger, about friendships, about how to tell jokes, how to talk. I learned nothing in school, only reading and writing.
Yeah, when I talk about or think about education, I just think about skill.
Yeah,
That's that thing I like more,
yeah,
because you get skill, it's you understand, you know how to, I don't know, you want to know how to make a table or
Yeah.
a chair.
Well, that's a good
Learn
point.
and do it.
Yeah.
That's it. You don't. I mean, don't make it more difficult.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think also my argument against school is just personal, right? Because for
Yeah.
me, it's terrible. It's the worst part of my life was going to school. Yeah.
It's the worst.
Worst part
Wow.
is the school. But I
But
had
you
lots of
see-
great friends. I had fun.
Yeah.
I loved school for the social part of it.
Right.
I loved that. It's not like I was unhappy. I was happy. But like as I get older, I was like, I need a future. So now I need to study. And making my crazy mind go into school was like suffocating me. I felt like a bird in a cage.
But you see, then made you reset yourself, right?
Yeah.
After, and you said it did happen like many times. You changed
Change
your
education.
values.
Yeah.
But you
or
see,
values, yeah. Yeah,
for-
I did that many times. I changed my values in my life. Yes.
But that's you see, that kind of people you usually see from the crowd. You know why? Like for example, those people who like weighted hundreds of kgs and then they weight 50.
Yeah.
And you see them because they talk different, and because that kind of power, you need to actually get to the point when there is like you just feel as miserable as you can,
Yeah, that's
But you
definitely-
need to let yourself to get into deep into that bad thing,
Yeah.
so that you now on the bottom.
Yeah.
But some people, like also me, sometimes you are too scared, so
Yeah.
you don't even get to the worst part. So you are scared to,
Yeah.
and then if you don't actually get there, you are failed to realize something.
Yeah.
Then you just you hanging in between
Yeah.
for many years. You feel like you're scared to go there, you're scared to come back.
Yeah.
And it's like, so that's a very cool thing what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to extremes. I really have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what actually can change you. Nothing else can change you. You
Yeah,
need
I
to get
agree.
to the bottom, and maybe like me, I with my life, I got to a car accident and I almost lost my leg.
Yeah.
Or
You're
yeah.
good now. You were walking fine.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have the legs, both legs. You have both legs.
Yeah.
You're
but
walking?
but that I don't know how, but I didn't get broken any bone. Everything, but there was a hole in my leg.
Yes.
Like do you know the pedal on the bike?
Yes.
Just went inside my.
Oh, you're on a motorbike.
Yeah. No, not motorbike, just a normal bike.
Normal bike.
But I was like hit like
With the
this
car.
with the car.
Ah.
Yeah. Because I was driving very fast. I was with my music. There was a weird.
The pedal went through your leg.
It was like we went inside and
Yes.
and made like a hole.
Damn.
Yeah. So and then I stood up and lady started like, oh my god. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, we're holding you.
Women won't make such a situation
I
better.
was like, oh shit, this is bad.
Yeah.
And there was no blood.
That's crazy. I've been to some crashes also. That stuff will change you.
There was no blood. Nothing. So I was thinking I'm losing so I called my sister. She's also a doctor. She's younger than me, but still she came and we went to hospital and I was like, what is it? Is it broken? Am I gonna lose it? And they said like, shut up.
Yeah.
I was just hyped.
Yeah,
I was like, what's happening? What's
I'm
happening?
sure you were tired later in the day, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Like,
They told me don't walk for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I literally didn't walk.
Yeah.
I was just lying on bed and just hoping that my leg would be fine.
Yeah.
It was okay then.
Yeah, crashes are crazy.
Yeah,
You know?
but I think they mean some
Yeah, I
something.
think they have a meaning. Absolutely, you can learn a lot from crashes. But for me, I just remember like one of them. I was like jumping from, at the ocean, at the beach, they often have those like walls of stones, like to keep the waves from crashing into the
Yeah.
city. And
Yes.
it was Christmas Eve, and I had to like, I wanted to. There was like, I was standing above ground, and here was the beach, and I wanted to like jump and then jump down. And it's like 3 meters, but it was sand. Sand is soft. But there was oil on these stones, so I jump and I slip in the air, and I'm like 3 meters up, and I land on my back. Now I just broke my hand. My hand was dangling, but that wasn't the scary part. The scary part was, in sand, a stone can be buried like an iceberg, and only part of the stone sticks up over the sand. So I look around me. I've landed just on sand, but everywhere stones are sticking up from the sand everywhere around me. I would landed the only spot that had no stones. If I landed with my back on a stone, I would not be walking now. I would have had no beautiful moiretu mutakas, no children, no nothing. So that freaked me out for a long time. But now I'm okay with it. Yeah. But that was some lucky stuff.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that was
It's
crazy.
very lucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, those things they change your life.
They really do. But when I was like, also about the darkness you're talking about, like in the worst periods, like the corona period where everybody had to wear masks, that was the period where I was in darkness. And I learned so much from it because I didn't follow any rule. Like I purely believed like I was the king or something. So I would sit in the train and people would be wearing masks and they would be like, take on a mask, fuck you. And I wouldn't do it. Even to the exams, you needed masks. I was at school at that time. And I would like go there and they were like, you can't get to the exam. And I would just think creatively, go up the fire ladder and up to the next spot, sneak in. And like I was always like that, I was always on the edge, but I found a way. But when you don't follow rules, no rules, you find out and you start confronting people, you find out how like all your fears, like these rules are here, right? So you don't go there. But if you go there, you're like, damn, it was just a rule, right? It's not like I couldn't go there. So you start when you break all boundaries, you start not thinking in boundaries. Like I saw this experiment with lobs, like some small animal, right? They would put a glass over the animal and it would be jumping, trying to get out of the glass, but then it would get used to the boundaries. They remove the glass and it will still be jumping in there.
I saw the same thing about flies.
Yeah, I mean flies, right?
Yeah.
That's how rules work on human beings, right? You heard the rule from your younger, your mother smacked you if you did that, so now you don't even think of doing it. But maybe your answer is on the other side. So you gotta, you can't think in boundaries.
This is the thing I like about US.
Yeah.
Those people are like more into, like expressing themselves. I
they
feel
do.
like when I watch what they say, they like go all in, Like people maybe in Europe, in Ukraine, people are like more. They either say some bullshit, like now in Ukraine, all the content is about some nonsense. You can't even listen to
Like
that.
you can't speak about sex or stuff like that.
No, I mean, people just, they promote stuff that they think it's good to people or, like a commercial stuff, which is, which they don't really get to realize that what's actually honest, that's what's catchy.
Yeah, that's what works.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And the US, they understand that and that's why they allow to curse. They allow to say anything about anyone, right? Because they know that's what it works best. That's what makes millions. But but then people like I said, like in boundaries. Like in Europe, or they either would
like on
trash
TV.
someone, like listening to someone trashing all the time. It's also getting boring. Boring. Yeah. So
I can imagine. There's like on TV, it's like prepared and everything.
Yeah.
They won't talk about like private topics.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but so that's why I like how it is done. Let's say on those other podcasts, they can say some stuff that they really think about, even if it sounds ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah. Like many things, like Kenyan ladies.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, I talked about with you. With like, I believe, and I don't even say it as a joke. Like a real man likes a big ass. I believe that is the truth.
I like big ass.
Yeah, and when I came here first,
you know
I didn't like that.
this song? I like big butts, but I cannot
I'd lie. Well,
deny. Yeah.
Yeah, but this I can't deny. But in my country, like
Sam is
when he's Kenyan. He's like, of course, you know. But where I come from, oh, you're a white man. Sorry, I'm the black man then when it comes to bunda. But it's not like my girl doesn't have a big nyash, and I don't need that. But I believe that there's just something about it, like a real, like you take a man working the shamba and Kisi, a tough, super masculine man. He ain't feminine. He likes a big fat ass. But you take some Danish man that has just, lived a weak life, all his life he's kind of weak, right? He likes a small one. And I think it's a balance between masculine and feminine. So when I came here, I liked small girls. And then over time, I started being interested in huge nyash. And I'm like, now I'm a man. I felt like a man then. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, I never even, before I came to Kenya, I never thought about big asses. It was always small.
Uh-huh.
Always.
I think I used to think about the shape. It wasn't for me about the size, but the way, how and what and where.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I guess when I dated an African girl, that's changed my perspective.
Yeah. I was also like, if it goes small, my dick will look bigger, and but I don't.
Yeah.
I feel like I can take the big girls now. Yeah. That's what I feel like. Maybe that's what they think, the white man, huh?
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
Nice.
But that's sometimes people they think like that. But yeah. You never told me about your experience with Kenyan woman.
My experience.
You've dated several. Is it good? What about compared to Ukrainian woman? You had a girlfriend in Ukraine?
Well, I had in my life. I had so many drama. Same time, there was good, there was bad.
But are they different?
How is it different? Dating, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, like a Ukrainian girl versus a Kenyan. Or like
okay,
African.
I have not lived I lived in Ukraine, but also I lived in China, Europe. I was always
how does they all compare? Because women are the same in some ways, right? But different in others. Is this correct?
Okay, well, I think Kenyan ladies are more get to the point. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Like let's say if she wants this, she most likely she will say or let you know. I think maybe in Europe, not all Europe. Well, Ukrainian girls, they would maybe, like
circle around
the point, and they would not really get into it eventually, and which I like honesty. If you feel something, express it.
Yeah,
it will make me feel better, and it will make the whole thing feel better.
Yeah, like being honest with who you are and expressing.
Yeah. I think that's what actually triggers my honesty. And when I'm in that kind of state.
Yeah,
I feel that's what I feel. I feel I'm a man. I can do stuff. I'm also like I have some power.
Yeah. When they are honest.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good to be honest but I've met different women.
But I mean, in honesty, not like not maybe you tell me truth about your family or whatever. I mean, when you're with me, I understand what you want.
Okay, you're wearing your heart on the sleeve. Kind of like that's like an English saying.
You are
transparent.
Yeah. So I feel it. I feel you like more. And I think that's what I experienced with the Kenyan girls and
transparency.
Yeah, more like
I've experienced both with Kenyan girls.
With my girl, I think on our first date we were talking about almost everything. Like like about stuff like sex and marriage and other things. Yeah. Just because of some like intention on doing any of that, but also like on just being like very like in a joke, joke by joke. But then we will get to understand what we are thinking about, and I really appreciated that. In a way, I couldn't really understand. Maybe she's joking, maybe she's not, and also that made me feel nice. I was like, wow.
It's weird. I've met girls that are extremely secretive and calculative, and girls that are extremely blunt and open. Yeah. So I've met both there really. When it comes to women, But yeah, I think
Here in Kenya.
Yeah, here in Kenya. But I believe this weird thing. I believe when you meet a person, you know everything about them, and from there on, it can even go into deception or into more honesty. But when you meet a person, there's a thing. I think you just know. So when I met a bad girl once in Kenya, you know, I think deep down I knew in the very start, but then I forgot about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I met some girls that just used me, and I think, of course, I've been scammed.
Yeah.
Of course.
For money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they steal a lot from you? Can I ask how much? And how did that happen exactly?
Oh, it was many times actually.
Yeah.
Okay, sometime
That must be tough.
I was willing to actually. I went down that path. I was like, okay, this is probably, but it's okay. Maybe if I help, then maybe it's good.
Oh yeah, and it was just a lie.
But then on the other side, sometimes we were like maybe just chatting and then just found myself sending her money, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. And I believe women are so good at that. It's never happened to me, but I've been surprised in Kenya of how little people will scam you for. Like it's something that is really a small amount, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. That is a bad thing, you know, scamming in that form, you know, is really not good, but it happens very often, and they maybe take advantage of your kind heart, right? How do you trust people?
I would say
I guess you must trust your girlfriend, right?
I don't get so what I think exercised in myself is. I stopped like let's say getting closer with people with actually mostly because I have many my friends,
yeah,
and back sometimes deep in my heart, I feel like that's it, you know.
Yeah,
you know, which is also
something similar,
which is a bad thing because
it is a bad thing,
right?
Yeah,
because sometimes people actually maybe they need you, you know, and also you need them. You need to get closer.
Trust is very important.
That's another thing. So the trust. So first, maybe if I like someone, but I don't feel any necessity to actually approach and maybe get closer with someone. You know, sometimes you meet some people and they're like nice to you, and maybe you can go grab a beer. But I'm like, I don't want. I mean, it's boring.
Yeah. There's also weird with girls. Like some women, I just love them. And other girls, I just feel nothing. It's like a weird thing with that. But when it comes to trust, for me, the thing that really messed me up was I think I really had this idea of innocence in a woman, right? And you can see I speak about what's in my heart. But like that, I won't give specific, like, but when I first came, I believed in like an innocence. Like I love my little innocent or my little innocent girl, right? And then let's say you find out that she's a prostitute. You know, that's the first girl I met when I came here. I was just hanging out. This was like 3 years ago. And I was in an elevator. And there's a random girl and I was in a good mood. And I talked to her. And she invites me to a party. And at that time, I just came to Kenya. I was like, damn, a party. But it was in Westlands. But I was like, all of Kenya is like scary. Oh. So I go to the party. There's 3 girls there. All 3 girls are prostitutes. I didn't know that.
Jesus, probably that's a similar story to what happened. No, but I mean, you met 3 girls.
Yeah,
in
I went
the
to
club.
I went to the house in a party. It's a private house.
Private.
3 girls sitting there. I bought 2 bottles of whiskey.
Okay.
These girls drink the bottle in like 30 minutes, like 2 bottles. They weigh 60 kg, small Kikuyu girls. And I actually I party over the night, and I go to Mombasa, and I come back 3 days later, and they're still drinking. They were still drunk, no sleep. That's when I knew they partied like crazy Kenyans. But one of the girls there, she was wearing a purple dress, extremely beautiful. Like, it's often said in Nairobi, the most beautiful girls are prostitutes. That's what they often say. And she was a prostitute, right? And I fell in love with her, and I still, wish her the best. And we were together. We went to Nyahururu together. I fell in love really big. And then she tells me one day, she's a prostitute. And she used to go out at nighttime. Like, imagine, I still have anxiety. Like, if a girl leaves me for like a couple hours at night, even though she's out, I know she's doing something, I get flashbacks. Because at that time, I would live at her place, right? The girl that was a prostitute, which is a fine woman, but she's a prostitute. I was living with her, and she would go out, like, let's say at 4 o'clock, she would go out and come home at 9. I was so naive, like, I didn't even believe a prostitute, right? What? She ain't a prostitute, she's a woman. But she had no job. She said she did some dancing. I just was like, yeah. I didn't understand the poverty aspect. But she would be gone, and at the time she would be gone, she'd out making money. She would be having sex with old men and everything, and then come back to me. And I would be, also having the same pussy, right? And plus she could have given me HIV and everything, and that was a betrayal, right? That was pretty bad. But the weird thing was, it never affected me.
She didn't tell you this?
No, I found out that she was a prostitute. I went back to Denmark after we had been living with her for 3 months, which is a long time in some sense. I went back to Denmark, and she calls me on the phone, and she's like, I had your baby. I killed your baby. Because she said he got an abortion. I'm against abortion. And also, she said, I'm a prostitute,
I had a similar thing, but not killing, but the girl I was dating.
She didn't kill my baby, she got an abortion, she said. Just, I want to make that clear, yeah.
Yeah. For me, it was different. She was like threatening me with her pregnancy. I was like, oh my day.
Yeah. What was her name? Oh, you can't say that. Because maybe it's the same girl we're talking about.
Man.
The girls out there working hard. Like, I know one girl, she does that to many guys. Like, all the time. I'm with her. She's, like, talking to another guy. I just hang out with her because we're friends now. We don't even do anything. But she, like, damn, she has manipulated a lot of men. She will, like, call a man and say, oh, I need money for abortion. I'm pregnant, so she can get money. She'll, like, say she's in an accident in the hospital, fake bills. And so many men, like, she'll be talking to 3-4 different men at once, getting money from all of them. And she's quite wealthy now. She has open Airbnbs and everything, true scamming people. But she's I like her. She's a funny girl. She's very honest with her darkness. And I've looked at her astrology and her stars. She has a lot of darkness, right? And I just think, like, I don't judge those people, even prostitutes. But, yeah, so the prostitute story is basically like the break of innocence.
I never use the word prostitutes.
What do you call it? Here they say a shao or something. What do you say? Whore?
Yeah, probably. Or I don't say much.
Yeah.
I just say, yeah. I mean,
they
look for sugar daddy. That's what I say.
Yeah, but like if you imagine you go out and yeah. So that's just. Yeah, like a woman that I love that goes and gets massages she massages white old men and they fuck her. That fucks with me.
There was a time
I still cannot accept it actually.
No, of course. I mean, there was a time this girl she said, "Oh, I'm out to my family." Instead, she went to Mombasa with a white guy. So and and then she sent me a picture of them because we were like arguing and stuff.
Oh, like she was with another guy.
Yeah, she was. Instead, I was thinking she's in a village because she said like I'm up country, right?
Did you love her?
I think I had a crush on her.
Yeah,
I didn't love her. No. But I had a crush on her, and I was like, something inside.
How did it felt?
Yeah. I was like, what the hell?
I know that feeling. When I was in Denmark, I had a girlfriend that I broke up with. I went back to Denmark, and I had some other women. Now I don't know why, but I was just obsessed with this Kenyan woman, even though I had a Danish girl. And I was sitting in my apartment one night, and this is maybe 6 months ago, right? I was back home in Denmark for some time, and her friend, the girl that is a little, I talked about, a little crazy girl, she told me she was out partying with my girlfriend. They've never known each other. Girls often do this. If you have several women, the girls will go behind your back and talk about him. He does this, blah, blah, blah. And they'll talk and come together. So you have to be aware of that. But anyway, it doesn't matter. They're still competing to get you. But when I was in Denmark, this girl lied to me and told me, oh, your ex-girlfriend is, she was out clubbing with me. I don't know if it's a lie. She was out clubbing with me and she had sex with this guy and this guy. And at that time, my heart started beating. And like at that time, I was meditating all the time, like 2 hours a day. And I was sitting with my own emotions and I couldn't handle it. Like I couldn't handle it. I went like crazy. And then I decided...
Smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, like I was going crazy. Like I just remember that feeling. Doom, doom, doom. My heart. I actually cannot describe it, but it's just like someone being inside of her fucks with my mind. Completely fucks with my mind. Her moaning to another man, being inside of her, that fucked with me. Now I'm more okay with it, but at that time, I didn't sleep for a couple of nights. Like I was just, it was hell.
A perfect example to me is this movie, and actually about the whole this thing. I'm not sure if you're into movies.
Not really, but
There's a Stanley Kubrick movie, Eyes Wide Shut. It's young Tom Cruise and young Nicole Kidman. They live in New York, and it's about this like Illuminati Mason thing, you know. And they got into and she tells him a story like, oh, you remember when we were like back there, we were like sitting on the table in a restaurant and stuff, and there was a guy there, he was a sailor, and she was like beside our table, and that time I was like, wow, I wished I had dreamed of him. And I was ready to like leave you and our kids, our family, and I really liked. That time, if he would tell me anything, I would just go with him. I was dreaming of fucking him and stuff. And this guy and they just smoked weed, you know, both Tom Cruise and her, and they are like in the bedroom, and he's like this. He listening to this, he's like, what the fuck? Yeah, and she's like telling this to him, and she starts crying, and he's like this. He's like super high already, and she's like, yeah, but that's the truth. And he just left. He just left outside, and that's the movie. How this movie started. Yeah. But for me, that's the thing, like, of a lady that, you know, that's some guy, just random guy who walking by can made her, you know, just trigger all
that's
her
the
emotions.
Female nature, right?
Exactly, and that made me like, how can you fight with that? You know, you just have to live with that.
Women are loyal to. The thing about women is women are not cowards as a man can be a coward. But women, like let's say with my brother, I can go to prison for my brother, right? Because I can just do it. I can take it. But a woman cannot do that because she cannot take it. She's not strong enough, and she's not designed that way. But women are loyal to one thing, and that is their emotion, in my experience. And it's a lot of... there's a lot of bad stuff. I believe that is the fall of Western civilization, is letting go of women, like giving them independence and so on. Because you have to understand, like in my country, for example, now like 60% of marriages end in divorces. Women control their husbands. They are dominant and masculine. You are growing up as a child, your father's feminine, your mother's masculine. You become homosexual. You have all kinds of issues. Like, yeah, that's letting go of women, I think, was an attack from the devil. Like, if you look at all civilizations since the dawn of time, right? Every single civilization, women, there was tradition that kept women in some kind of control. And I don't think it was in a negative way. I think women have a very natural way of being led. Like, when I lead my women, or my woman, I lead my woman, you know.
Next time I see you in a Muslim hat.
You don't. In Kenya, as a Christian, you can have several wives. But when you lead your woman, it's very natural for them. But they'll try push you, they'll try control you. But when they follow you, it's natural. So if there's certain rules, like with the Muslims, the women are happy. Women are more happy when they have lines they can't go over. And that's why a woman will test a man, because she wants to find his boundary. She's like, how's this man going to guide me if he can't set a fucking boundary? You know, and personally, I will bend my woman over and spank her. That's how I will discipline a woman. And by the way, they kind of also like that, right? That's completely underrated, because you won't go to jail for it. It's kind of fun, and the woman kind of like it, and it's a way to put in discipline because it will hurt a little bit, and they'll be laughing. So I'd recommend that to everybody out there. Start bending your woman over and slapping her when she misbehaves. And I'm not even saying that jokingly. I'm saying do that, and your relationship will increase. It will become better.
That's what I'm gonna do tonight.
Do it, and you'll recommend. Look, even where sometimes I don't recommend beating women. That's a terrible thing. But
Why?
I know some. Yeah,
No,
I know some guys that beat their wife, and they say they have great. You know, they have a great relationship. So yeah, it must be weird being a woman, because a woman wants to control and be controlled at the same time. You know, but it's about respect. You don't want a woman's love, you want her respect, which is a tough thing for us men.
Respect.
Because love comes from above.
Yeah, man. Wow. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that's how I see it, at least. Yeah, love comes from above, down. So a woman can not love a man. I don't think a woman can truly love a man. She can truly respect her man, but not love him. Because her love will one day she will love
her children.
Yeah. So in Christianity, it's basically God over Christ, Christ over man, man over woman, woman over child, right? And the idea is love comes from above, love comes from God into Christ, Christ into man. Like us, You know, life is unpredictable, and we just trust in God, and the same women have to trust in their man. But yeah, love is women's love changes all the time, right? You can walk with a woman, and you know she's loving you, she loves you, and then the next day she wakes up, her period is her hormones are changed, she sees another guy, or suddenly she loves him. Like, it changes all the time. Us men, we love truly because love comes from above. Like, a man can love a woman and still want maybe sex with other women sometimes, but he really loves her and he will die to her. But a woman, abana, which is Kenyan for no.
For us Ukrainians, we have also a thing about women because, you know, the guys are at war, and what I hear is that a man would
That's interesting.
men would die, you know, and they non-men or in Ukraine are talking about women go to war.
Oh, they're talking about sending the women to war.
No. That's the thing. So no, the government. That's the political decision. No, it's not yet, but it might happen. But what I'm just hearing about guys being there, none of them are actually experimenting with idea or just thinking or talking about idea of being like militarized or both.
Yeah.
Women and men, like let's say in many countries, they are basically equal when it comes to protecting the country.
Yeah.
There is no difference if you are women because they don't see you from the perspective of you here and I can die for you. But in Ukraine, we have that culture.
I think that's a very normal culture. Like throughout history, would
Like
women ever fight?
In Israel, they are both in army, both of them.
But that's the Jewish people, right?
Well,
I don't think women should go to war. Of course, the man should go protect their women and children, right? And that's one of the reasons. That's why when we talk about this podcast in Berserk, when man gets cheated on, all these things, like the inner woman, this is what a man gives him meaning. He's fighting in a war. He's sitting in a trench. He's like, what is the meaning of this? He's gonna die anytime. He fights because of his woman and his child, and they have an innocence to them. Like, you want to protect your child, right? And I believe when you take women and you make them masculine and they work and they earn more than men and they compete with men, women are naturally jealous of men. They want to be bigger and greater than men. And when this happens, you strip away the whole meaning of the man's life. The thing he really fights for, the thing he will die for, is the women and children throughout history. So when you fuck with the women and really destroy them, and women are infected by the environment, when you destroy our women, you destroy our men. And that's what's happened in my country. I really think that, to a certain degree. But in Ukraine, I think the women are still feminine. That's what I hear, at least. Much more than in my country.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I've seen those polls on the streets. They catch a couple or a guy and say, "Would you die?" Of course. You catch a lady. Would you go to war and die for a man?
Yeah.
What?
No,
of course not.
Yeah. And you gotta look at your woman's phone. Like, women will be texting other men and stuff. Yeah, they will. Women have thousands of men all the time. Every man wants to hit, right? Every woman can have a man. Not every man can have a woman. But you're in Kenya and you're white, so you got lots of opportunities. Put you at the top, and then you're
on this
respected.
happy note. Yeah. Definitely there is there is a thing in Kenya.
No, but, there really is. Yeah, Kenyans they love white people. I don't know why, but they do. Like, I remember once I had some problems with a girl that I had been with, and she was like married to, and I can't tell the story really, but I was in trouble, I think so. So I was leaving the country, and I was kind of confused, should I leave or not? And I was like going in and out of the airport.
Living in Kenya?
Yeah, okay. I was going in and out of the airport. And they were like, what are you doing? They thought I was like crazy, right? So the girls are thinking like I'm doing some, I don't know, terror or anything. I don't know what it was, right? And the women are like, stop here. And what are you doing? You're crazy, blah, blah, blah. And they get down the guy that is like a couple levels above me, above them, like the boss, right? Mm-hmm. And as soon as the boss, he's like, what is the problem? And he sees I'm white, a big smile comes on his face, and he's just like, and I say it's a Kenyan woman, and he laughs, and he's like, nice. Aina Shita. So, they won't suspect you for doing bad stuff. But to the Kenyans out there, there exist both bad and good white people. White people are not just all Jesus Christ. Even then, when I walk in CBD, they're like, "Hey, Yesu," and I bless them back. But they call me Jesus Christ because of my long hair. Even the children, they give me water. They're like, "Turn it into wine." I'm like, I'm not even joking. It's true. It's true. They do that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I used to have a long hair.
Yeah.
And back
You
in
kind of look like Jesus.
back at uni, they used to call me Jesus.
Yes. You should grow out the hair again. It will like you.
But
will be like,
now I'm full of gray hair. That's now just
gray hair is cool. That's a sign of wisdom, huh?
when it's long, it doesn't look cool.
Okay. Yeah, whatever.
Unless you color it well, yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's But your hair is nice.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think we need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. That time went fast. How long have you been going for?
1.5.
Ah, okay. That's a fast 1.5 hour.
Right.
It
Very
flew by.
fast. I think we will talk for 3 hours.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably next time we'll do that.
Yeah, I'd love to. I don't live far away.
Yeah.
Mm.
Where do you live?
In Ruido.
Ruiru. It's a green place.
It's
Right.
close to Thika.
Is where the tea thing the Limur. I always mix the Ruiru.
No, Ruido is like it's a nice little place. Yeah, it's close to
okay.
Thika somewhere
Yes,
where
yes,
there.
yes.
I have like my own secret little place there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll visit you.
You can come. You're welcome.
All right.
Yeah.
You okay? Cool. Nice. Awesome. We need to finish because I have another thing.
Yes.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
For the next time, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Super.
Thank you.
Okay.